Uganda's railway network was a vital component of the country's colonial economy, and it continued to be an important mode of transport for both passengers and cargo until it went into decline and nearly ground to a halt in the 1990s. The maintenance of the system has been lacking due to financial constraints. The corporation has been operating on an 8 billion shillings budget every year against the required 38 billion shillings. Recently, with cross-border truck drivers being responsible for the majority of COVID-19 cases registered in Uganda, coupled with delays brought about by lengthy border screening of truck drivers, there has risen an urgent need to find a viable alternative cargo transport overland. In one of his regular updates on the progress of the COVID-19 response, President Museveni talked of using the existing railway network to reduce the country's dependence on cross-border cargo haulage. According to the Managing Director of Uganda Railways Corporation, there are already routes that are operational.
We've done Kampala-Port Bell. We've recently completed the Jinja station to Jinja Pier line. It had been lifted by vandals, about 1.3 kilometers. We have restored it. So that now connects Kisumu to Jinja and also Mwanza to Jinja and Port Bell. Now with that, we can do both in and out, say from Dar es Salaam. We can move, for example, cargo. For example, we have a customer, the World Food Program, have got their regional warehouse for relief food for Central or East and Central Africa. The largest is at Tororo. Now, they have been servicing it by road, sometimes from Dar es Salaam, from Mombasa. With the opening of this 1.3 kilometer, it's only 1.3 kilometer, but very significant. We will now be able to service Tororo from Dar es Salaam, meaning that you move the wagons from Dar es Salaam, they come to Mwanza, and then you put them on the wagon ferry and bring them to Jinja, and then you ferry them all the way to the World Food Program stores at Tororo.
Last week, 1 million litres of fuel were brought into the country over Lake Victoria to Port Bell. This is equivalent to what more than 40 trucks would have carried. According to Kateeba, the system needs 9.5 billion shillings for the short-term intervention, 48 billion shillings for medium-term, and 1.4 trillion shillings for a complete overhaul of the system.
Those long-term plans, including purchase of new rolling stock. By rolling stock, I mean wagons and coaches and locomotives put together, including training of staff. Because to run a good service, you need well-trained people, you need very well-experienced and equipped people. So we're looking at revamping the workshops, setting up modern passenger halts.
The main target is to carry at least 60 tons a month, which would generate revenue of at least $1.5 million. To achieve that, the wagons and locomotives, which are broken down, need to be repaired.
In fact, some of the spares had already arrived in the country, but we could not get them released to us because we didn't have the money to pay for them. So those spares will be, and others are at the point of shipping from Hong Kong and I think Germany. No, I think it's a French port. But we have told them, hold on, because we have to have a lot of credit active for them to ship.
So far, the corporation has 5 passenger wagons, which are operational, but 8 others are waiting to be repaired. In the last quarter, the corporation was not allocated any money. However, there is hope that once funded, the system will ease pressure on the roads, on which UNRA spends at least 300 billion shillings on repairs every year due to overloading.
This was once a functioning wagon, but it's slowly turning into a bush, just so you can see. And we've also been informed by management that the former management used to happen, they would get passed from such a functioning wagon to fix another that was in urgent need. And also, we've also been told that for a country to procure or import one locomotive, it takes about 2 years, and they need 8 of them, meaning that for a functioning railway system, the orders should have been placed by now. And when you look down here, the kind of mess and rot tells you how much mess that the government needs to fix in order for the country to have a reliable and sufficient railway system. Sudhir Yarhanga, NTV.